To DCL Talk Show. Today we are doing the show from AUTHENTIKKA restaurant, and this is the first time for us, a different experience. I have Pradip with me here at the restaurant, and Murali joining from his house. So, um, welcome to the show, Pradip.
Thank you, Jagan. Excited about this roadshow. Hopefully, there are no technical challenges or difficulties. And good luck. Good luck, and let's go.
Let's go. Okay, welcome to the show, Murali.
Thank you, Jagan. Hello,
Uh,
everyone.
I was expecting you here.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me give a simple update.
Yeah.
There's no rain here.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Okay.
But
Zero.
in White
Literally.
Lake, White Lake, it was like.
I know. I was driving from Oxford straight from Oxford to AUTHENTIKKA here in Canton, which is 1.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
Just 2 minutes before reaching right. I was right about to enter Canton, and there's literally zero rain.
Wow.
Okay. So with that, let's quickly jump into Division 2 first. Okay, let's have a Division 2 discussion, and then from there we get into Division 1. As usual, if time permits, we will do uh, predictions. Okay. I have to check which game I assigned to you guys. So give me 1 second. It's all you. Okay, the first game of the night is Spartans versus Royal Challengers. Murli, your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, Jagan, it's a very good win for Spartans. I would say it's a very good win for them because like they won by 54 runs. I don't expect this much margin with this game because like both are very good teams. Royal Challengers Detroit is a very good team as well. But yeah, seeing this type of win is Spartans is really good this year. That's what I could say. Yeah, coming to the match, like Spartans, they won the toss and they choose to bat first, and then they scored around 86 runs. Akshay scored 10. Chanakya Lokam, he played a very decent innings here. 27 runs out of 35 balls in the middle order. He stayed there and he pulled some runs for Spartans. And Avinash at the end, wow, he scored 15 runs out of 16 balls with 2 fours. He's the 10th batsman for Spartans. Look at that score. Like, yeah, even I mean like playing in the 10th down, like coming at 10th down, scoring that much runs is always a good total for like Spartans, right? That will add some very good runs for Spartans. Yeah, coming to the RCD bowling, I would say
The next game of the night is Troy Hawks versus Ratcha Riders. I think Troy Hawks dominated here. What do you say?
Yeah, this was really a one-sided game, and it was really Mustafa Shah scored 83 runs of 65 balls, 4 boundaries, 2 sixes, and he got great support from Abhishek and Nilesh. Third wicket partnership was exciting, even though they lost the first wicket in the first over for 0 runs. Abhishek and Mustafa stitched up an 18-run partnership, close to 5 overs. And then we had Nilesh come in, and Nilesh and Mustafa really played a really positive cricket. That's usually the best recipe for success, even though you lost 2 wickets early. This is the partnership. Now, it's not just a partnership of 49 runs, but they scored 49 runs in 9 overs at a rate of 5 runs per over. So that was critical. And then, of course, they took the inning deep. They were 67 for 3, and then the last wicket partnership was also crucial. They scored about 20 or 19-run partnership for the last wicket, getting them to a pretty good total of 136, 137. Anytime you score 120 plus with this ball, I think you have pretty good chance to win. But they bowled really well. Hawks really turned it around and bowled really well. Mustafa again, all-round performance. Even though he didn't get any wickets, he only gave up 8 runs. Then you have Monesh there taking 3 wickets after 7 runs in 3 overs. Deepak taking 2 really stingy spell, 2 overs, 8 runs, and then Vijay Kumar taking 2 wickets for 13 runs. Even though, Riders started well, I think the middle order really collapsed. They failed to do much damage. The only guys who really put up a double-digit score really was 3 guys: Bipin, Amarnath, and Ramakrishna. And then the extra 14 runs was the fourth highest, so or the third highest, I should say. Yeah, all in all, it was a convincing win for Troy Hart. Hard luck to the Riders. Hopefully, they can come back strong again for the next game.
Okay, the next game of the night is Thunderbolts versus KRCs. Sorry, I'm on the wrong window. The next game of the night is Dark Horses versus Vikings. Murali, your thoughts?
Yeah, excellent win by
So,
Vikings. Like it's complete domination showed by Vikings here, Jagan and Pradip.
see,
Yeah, if you
you know
see
what?
the
You know
yeah,
what? Actually, uh, before even I looked at this game, I thought of asking Pradip to go get his food. But after looking at the score, probably he may have to wait one more game. Okay, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
okay. Yeah, Vikings they won by 9 wickets. If you see, like they got Dark Horses within 24 runs. Like they bowled 16 overs and they gave only one extra in this entire 16 overs. Wow, that's a very decent spells from each and every one from Vikings team. Ganesh is the main guy. He took like 2 overs, just 2 runs and 4 wickets, right? So and I see like everyone like they didn't even cross two as the average economy for the bowling lineup, which is very good. And yeah, that's much like I mean like Vikings completely dominated against Dark Horses. I would say Jagan. Yeah.
Okay. The next game of the night is Farmington Racers versus Rebels Cricket Club. Okay. Pradip.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
So this one, this game was a really good win for Rebels. They scored chasing 95 in 19 overs, only losing 4 wickets. So that's got to give their batting lineup a lot of confidence, I should say. Farmington Risers batting first through the they got pretty good contribution, but they really couldn't capitalize on any good partnership to get the total back up to right. Karthik scoring 15, Vijay scoring 18, and then we had Dixit scoring 16, and then Venkat scoring 10. But they were not able to build that partnership to get across the 100 mark, even though they had a pretty good platform, I want to say. Unfortunately for them, but that's also on the flip side of things. Rebels bowled well and contained them. They even though they gave up 18 extras, that's a lot of extras, in the 94 total. That's something to work on. Karthik and Anand, their strike bowlers, taking 3 wickets each. And Abhinav and Ram taking 3 wickets. Uh, Pretty good bowling, I would say, containing risers to 94. But chasing, Rebels did an exceptional job. They had Abhinav scoring 23 runs and Abhilal scoring 30, and Prashit coming later on scoring 17. They were really under no pressure whatsoever of chasing that 94 runs, and they convincingly scored it in 19 overs. So, congrats to Rebels. Hard luck to Risers on this one.
Okay. The next game of the night is Marvels versus Phantoms. What a game! I
Yeah.
never thought. I never thought Phantoms will struggle to chase 108. Your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, just to add, Jagan, like, I mean, last week Rajesh was out and I was doing captaincy for this. Sorry. So yeah, I mean, like we won the toss and we went for bowling first. So like, I mean, I was under the impression, I mean, like there was a rain before day, and I thought, yeah, pitch will be very suitable for bowling, but yeah, it's really very hard there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So the Marvel's opening order, like Aditya, he scored 31 runs, which is a very good start for them. And Faisal scored 27. And I mean, like Piyush scored 10 runs at the end. Like they really, I mean, like this game, like we really competed in the catch drops as well. Like we dropped around 4 catches, and then like Marbles dropped out on 6 catches for us, right? So and our top order completely our top order and the middle order completely failed for Phantoms. The only eighth down and the eighth wicket and ninth wicket, they only scored the runs and they only put this game to the took this game to the Phantoms. Otherwise, we might have lost with like around 40 runs, I would say. So yeah, we need to rethink and we need to regroup again. That's what I could say. But yeah,
Mhm.
very good fight back from Marbles actually, Jagan. Like it's really close game. We don't know. I mean, like until the end of the game, like it will go either way. That's what happened in the entire situation there. Yeah.
Okay, the next game of the night is Kadambas versus Gujarat Warriors. It's a one-man show, and
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to talk about the incident that happened because it's under investigation. So I'll stop it there. But there was an incident during this game. Okay,
Yeah.
and I'll give it to Pradip. Pradip, let's not talk about that incident. Okay, only game. Yeah.
Yeah. So this was a tough loss for us. We should have gotten to 120, 130 plus, and we failed to do that against a pretty good Gujarat Warriors team. Batting our top three guys kind of fell pretty early. And luckily for us, we had Charan and Prasanna played an exceptional inning, stabilizing the inning, scoring 20 and then 14. And then we had Tejas come in and score Chris 16. And then we also had Sai short. Without those critical partnerships, I don't think we would have crossed 80 in this one. Yeah, so kudos to Warriors. They bowled really well. They did not give any loose balls. They made us earn every run that we did. And of course, we had a few boundaries, 1-6, and I think a couple of boundaries. But they bowled a really good line and length. Viral, of course, doing what he typically does, taking 2 wickets for 17 runs, and Salman bowling really well as well, even though he was slightly expensive. 2 wickets, and then Gopal and Bharat taking 2 wickets each. They gave up 15 extras. 111, I think, it's below par with this ball. And unfortunately, we didn't bowl well either. Every one of our bowlers was pretty expensive. We tried to get wickets early to put some pressure on. Warriors have a pretty good bowling and batting lineup, and I think they're hitting their stride this year now, even though they started a little slow. But I think they have a great team. Gopal scoring 25, Dhawan scoring 26, Kevin scoring 19, Salman 20. That was a brisk 20 runs, 7 balls, 2 sixes, and a bound ball. And then, of course, then Ganesh coming in and scoring 10 plus runs. This was a hard loss for us. We felt that we could have won this game, but unfortunately, we didn't execute on the bowling side. I think that was critical for us to defend 111 against a pretty good batting lineup. And they just taking 2 wickets, and me, Snehal, and Saish were taking 1 wicket each. But they were really under no pressure to chase 111. They easily did it. The good thing for us is we bowled very few wides, 7. But yeah, it was a tough loss for us. But kudos to Warriors. They have a pretty good team. They're hitting their stride, and I'm looking forward to an exciting games against Warriors from different teams. But yeah, it was a hard loss for us.
Okay, the next game of the night is SLCC Guardians versus Elite Leos. And whenever a new team wins, it's always entire league smiles. Okay, that kind of vibe that entire league gets, except the loser.
And it's against a pretty good team, mind you.
Yeah.
It's not
So,
just any.
Elite Leos, before I go to Murali, I'll say congratulations for your win. It's always good to see a new team winning. Murali, your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, Jagan, excellent win by Elite Leos. I would say SLCC Guardians is a very good team. They are doing very good this year. But yeah, Elite Leos, like they have different plans for this game. See, they won the toss and they choose the ball first, and they restricted SLCC Guardians within 80 runs, like 81 runs, right? So that's a pretty good confidence start for Elliot Lewis, I would say, right? There, I mean, like I see only Manoj. He scored 28 runs out of 59 balls. That's it. I don't see any other scores even crossing 10 runs from SLCC Guardians in this match. And the second highest score is extras. They got 18 extras out of 81 runs. Wow. That's like, I mean, Elite Leos need to reduce those extras. They might have restrict SLCC Guardians within like maybe 70 itself, I believe, right? So, yeah, but decent bowling from, I mean, like I see some good spells here. Like Prem, he bowled 5 overs, 16 runs, just 16 runs for 2 wickets. And Naveen, he bowled 5 overs, just 17 runs for 2 wickets. Yeah, coming to the Elite Leos batting lineup, they didn't got a decent start, but their one-down batsman Anand, he scored 14 runs, and then Balaji Ganesh, he scored 22 runs out of 27 balls with 3 boundaries, and Sanjay, he scored 14 runs out of 24 balls with 1 sixer. And also, like, they got again 16 extras from SSC Guardians. When we are restricting any team, I mean, like they should control those extras. Otherwise, like it's a easy win for, I mean, like opponent team, right? So they should not give 16 extras in 80 runs, just 80 runs, right? So yeah. Ravi Teja, he bowled 3.3 overs, 8 runs and 2 wickets. Yeah, that's it. Very good win for Elite Leos. Congratulations, Elite Leos. Yep.
Okay, the next game of the night is MI Rangers versus Master Blasters. MI Rangers on a roll. What do you say, Pradip?
Yeah, they definitely are. I think every win contributes to the confidence. That's important. Winning is contagious, and even losing is can be contagious. But yeah, in this case, Rangers did a pretty good job. They scored 103, and they restricted Master Blasters to 90. On the Rangers side, you know, Aditya and Nitin stabilized the inning. I think it was I don't know what the partnership was, almost 22-run partnership for second wicket. And then they kept losing wickets in between. And in the end, towards the last 3 wickets, they were able to managed to score 23 runs. 10 extras, so that was actually pretty good discipline-wise. Anish and Nishant, the ones who took 3 wickets each. And then Gavi contributing to. They did what they had to do. They put 100 runs plus on the board, even though 103, anything less than 120, I think it's pull apart. But they managed to bowl well and restrict Blasters to 90. They got great starts. I mean, it's hard to see when you get a good start like this. Nishant scoring 25 and Sachin scoring 14. You get an opening wicket partnership of 26 runs in 8+ overs. You know, you got to be able to finish it. It starts critical when they managed to get it. Unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize on it. They kept losing wickets in the middle order. It was a complete disaster, I want to say, with the exception of Arun scoring 24 runs. Nobody else contributed there. So, bowling-wise, Praveen Reddy taking 2, Vinny taking 3 wickets, and then Kuldeep taking 2. Everybody contributed on the bowling side. They did a pretty good job of taking Master Blasters out for 90. Congrats to Rangers. Keep the winning going. Thank you. Thank you. Back to you, Jagan.
Okay. Last game for Division 2 tonight is FCC Agni versus Bharat Cricket Club. Okay, so I thought if Bharat wins here, then it's a statement game. That's how I thought last week, right?
Yeah.
Okay. A week before, I think they showed very good talent on their side, but I think they are yet to mature. So, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, Jagan, I mean, like it's a new team, so they will come up stronger. That's what I think. But yeah, it's a pretty comfortable win for FCC Agni here. In Bharat, BCC, they won the toss and they choose to bowl first. So it's the same thing, right? So if there is rain, everyone thinks that we should go for bowling first. But yeah, on that day, I would say like the sun was really fast, and I mean like the ground really went like different way. So yeah, that's what I would say. But yeah, Coming to FCC Agni batting, so I see there is no opening partnership, but yeah, they got some runs in the first down and second down. Satish scoring 17 runs and Parimal scoring 21 runs. And Varun, he is a middle order batsman. I see like he's scoring 32 runs out of 27 balls within like 1 4 and couple of sixers. Wow, that's a very good aggressive ending they got at the, from 20 to 25 overs, right? Even Sandeep Waitla, he scored 13 runs out of 9 balls. That's a quick innings too. So they got runs on the last overs, I would say. And coming to the BCC bowling, Rahil got 2 wickets. Rajshekhar Reddy, he got 3 wickets, 5 overs, 18 runs, 3 wickets. That's a good spell. And Lakshman, he also got 2 wickets here. Coming to the BCC batting, I don't see there is a very good start on the opening partnership. But their middle order batsmen, both Anil and Nitin, both scored 16 and 23 runs each. And yeah, that's it. Not much scores from anyone else. I see 3 duckouts. Oh wow, yeah. They need to concentrate. They need to build some partnership in the middle order. That's how they will win the matches, I would say. And Sandeep again, like with batting, he scored 13 runs, and with bowling, he took 3 wickets, and Satish took 3 wickets too. Yeah, this is a very comfortable win for FCC Agni. Congrats, FCC Agni. Yep.
Okay, with that, we have finished our Division 2. Sorry, I'm eating dosas here at Authentikka.
1 plate.
Normally, whenever I go to restaurant and when I order dosas or idli, South Indian breakfast, the one regret I always have is chutneys. Okay, normally I don't like chutneys, but today the chutneys are awesome. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
Authentikka food is always good. Jagan, yeah, I prefer like whenever my friends come to Michigan, I took them to Authentikka itself. Yep.
Okay, today I'm trying
Yeah,
3 different dosas. One
nice.
masala dosa and onion dosa, and there is another karam dosa or something like that. Okay, but it's really good. Murali, you missed it.
I will plan to come next time if ever even happens. Yeah.
Yeah, next time. Okay, with that we'll quickly jump to Division 1. I still don't know, Murali, what you assigned. I haven't checked it.
It's me.
The first game of the night is Hawks versus Stingers.
Pradip, yeah.
Yeah,
Brad, your thoughts on this?
yeah, this was a one-sided game. Hawks, that's a surprising part for me. Hawks is so inconsistent, right? They're on their best day, they can beat most any teams, and on their not so best days, they can lose to any team. So you really can't predict which way they're gonna go on any given weekend. But in this day, they managed to score 125 runs and easily. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Taking Stingers out for 47, batting first. And the key here is the middle order. They got with the Shashin scored 15, but Shashank, Rakshit, and Praveen coming in towards the middle half of the inning, they managed to score most of the runs. Shashank scoring 56 and missed this 50. Rakshit scoring 13 of 21 balls and Praveen scoring 21. That was the crucial 5th, 6th, and 7th wicket partnership. That wasn't actually 4th, 5th, and 6th, I should say. Anyway, so they got to 125 on the bowling side, with the exception of Alagu and Chalam. There was nobody else actually. There were 2 other guys who took 1 wicket each, but Chalam and Alagu took 2 wickets each. They took down Stingers really easily. The only guy, the captain, Jagan, the veteran, I should say, scoring 15 runs, and he got run support from Karthikeyan. But outside of that, nobody else could score any more runs. There ones and twos and threes. That's not how you can win a game chasing 123 plus. Yeah, so this was a convincing win for Hawks. On the bowling side, Vikram He's a pretty good bowler. He took 5 wickets for 10 runs. Dixit taking 2 wickets, and then Naresh Thakur taking 2 wickets. I mean, those are the main guys, right? They typically play, and they're very good bowling in it. In this case, they managed to win convincingly. So, congrats to Hawks on this one.
So before I go to our next game,
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk a little bit about Stringers.
Yeah.
Okay. They played against Indus Thunders
And they beat him.
and they lost.
The last
Strangers-
close game, right?
Yeah, close game. But there was after that, Strangers captain sent an email complaining about Indus.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. So the reason is they played a player who was not there in the roster.
Roster.
Okay. Apparently, their captain Dinesh Pandeti,
Mm-hmm.
who's not aware of all these rules. You know, he just comes and plays and leaves, right?
New captain.
New
right?
captain. So he just said, you know, I'm unable to add this guy to my roster.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go and add later.
Mm.
Okay. So
And they managed to play him.
they apparently at that time they were okay.
After the game, they were not.
After the game, they complained. See, did he tell? Yes, I believe he told. But what Stinger's captain claiming is,
Mhm.
he said he had issues with a player adding
Mm.
to the roster.
Mm.
But he never said that guy was not part of their roster.
Oh.
And he never mentioned the name who is going to play. Okay.
Isn't this the second game that Stingers got looped into something?
Yeah.
Didn't they have to deal with something like the 2 hour, an hour of the game
So,
against Blacks?
so what happened? Apparently, Dinesh said, I did see, knowing Indus,
Mm-hmm.
they never cheat.
Yeah.
That personally, I know that.
Yeah.
You know, they play they play hard,
Yeah.
they play,
Fair.
you know, fair. Whatever they do it within the game,
Yeah.
you know, on the field.
Yeah.
When
Outside,
their appeals or everything, you know, if they have to argue with something, they do it on the ground there. That's it. They leave it there. After that, I haven't seen them anytime making any complaint, whether it is win or lose. Okay. So unfortunately, all the rules are against them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, so this is exactly where the umpire comes into picture. You have to inform everything to umpire. He is the judge there.
Mm-hmm.
They did not inform the umpire. They just went to the captain. The informed him. Suppose you are captain of a team, and I'm a captain.
Yeah.
See, nowadays, especially in Division 1, most of the games are very close and
yeah.
very tight. And captains are not looking for today. They are looking for tomorrow. So they look for every loophole.
Yeah.
There is nothing wrong in denying.
Yeah.
Every captain has a right to say, I'm not allowing this guy based on this rule.
Yeah.
Okay. But you cannot take that one home
Yeah.
after game is happened. That's my personal view. So eventually the rules are against. Once the complaint comes, only committee can look at is
Yeah.
what umpire is saying and what all the rules saying.
Yeah.
So committee ended up awarding all 5 points to Stingers, even after losing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting.
So of course there's a re-appeal for that.
Mm-hmm.
Rule says captain can re-appeal.
Interesting.
What can we do
Yeah.
is something. Okay.
We need umpires. to
We
talk
need
about.
no. See, captains have to go to umpires and explain.
Yeah.
That is very, very, very important. Okay. And then, so why it is important for any captain to know the rules and how, you know, If you know the rules, you have to execute within the game, not out after leaving the game. So, for example, you're going to talk about this game, Detroit Titans versus GLCC. Murli, you know what happened?
I don't know. That's why I'm saying like 84 for 9 wickets. I don't see like why 10 wickets. I mean, like, did we play with only 10 players?
Yeah, we went 12.
Oh,
One of the guys had to leave in the in the last half an hour.
wow.
So we never thought that Titans will object me playing. Okay, it was so funny.
I see your name, Jagan. Yeah.
So they objected me,
Oh, no.
but but
That's the rule.
that's the rule. So
Yeah.
there's nothing anybody can do.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong in using the rule.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. So
See, that I mean, like, I see just 6 runs, right? Won by 6 runs.
yeah,
That really played a crucial role here, right?
yeah. Otherwise probably they would have allowed. If
Yeah.
there are 20-25 runs required, probably they might have showed some mercy. Unfortunately, no. But anyways, go to the game now. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, very good win for Detroit Titans, I would say, because I think last week when we predicted, Jagan, you predicted Detroit Titans to win, right?
No.
No? Someone predicted, I mean, is it Pradip who predicted that?
I picked.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good.
I
good one.
even mentioned if they lose, then they'll win the DCL Cup.
Okay. Yeah, I see some good scores from Detroit Titans here. Ishan Patel he scored 10 runs, Abhishek scored 23, Tarun scored 11, Monty Patel scored like 16 runs, and they scored like entirely 90 runs, and very good bowling from Amit. He took 3 wickets, 5 overs, 16 runs, 3 wickets, and Kaushik as well. Kaushik again, like he showed a all-rounder performance in this match. I would say he took again 3 wickets, 5 overs, 12 runs, 3 wickets. That's 2 good spells from GLCC here. And coming to GLCC batting, I'm seeing only Kaushik and Maulik Patel scored some runs in this match. Kaushik scored 31 runs out of 24 balls, very aggressive innings, 2 fours and 2 sixes. Yeah, that's what Kaushik is. And yeah, Maulik scored 19 runs out of 36 balls. And good bowling. I mean, like I see Praveen Dige, he didn't score this match, but he's the guy like who we should be looking for. He will one day he'll score runs, very good runs. One day he'll take like 4 or 5 wickets for sure. He is a very good all-rounder for Titans. Yeah, he took 4 wickets, 5 overs, 22 runs for 4 wickets. And Parag, yeah, he took 3 wickets, and Rooney Badal took 2 wickets. Yeah, it is a very good win for Detroit Titans, I would say. Yeah, it's a very close match as well. Jagan, I didn't know that this happened, but yeah, Detroit Titans, they really uh, use those rules and everything. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, they really destroyed me. I was talking to Satish
Yeah.
a few hours ago. Like, you did not allow me. He was laughing at me. It was funny conversation. Anyways, the next game of the night is Thunderbolts versus KRCC. I was right there. See, both the our game
From Jagan.
and Thunderbolts game was there. Thunderbolts KRCC 57 for 10. And see, if not for Thunderbolts captain's lazy fielding, they would have winded up very early.
Oh, really? He dropped a catch.
No, he is not moving anywhere. So at least he missed 3 or 4 runouts because probably he's getting old. He's eating too much. See, he's not moving. He's just standing, and I'm better fielder than him. I can. Okay. So yeah, your thoughts.
Yeah, this was in my view, this was an upset. Even though Thunderbolts is pretty good bowling unit, but I mean, it's not like KRCC had a bad team, right? They still had their guys, and this has got to build a lot of confidence with Thunderbolts. Not just winning this game, but winning convincingly against a pretty good team, right? KRCC. So of course, batting first, Thunderbolt scored 81. I think that Bumgarner 2 is not a good ground. It's a bowler's ground, I believe, still think, even though there was lots of runs scored in the last couple of weeks, I think. But anyway, Mithilesh and Ananda scored 25 and 16 runs. With the exception of those two, there was no other contribution whatsoever, right? 4s, 5s, 3s, and stuff. But that's not really good stuff. Without those two guys, there is no way they get the total to 81. And of course, Tamim taking 3 wickets, Mufassir, Amin taking 2 wickets each. Contributions from Naheed Shoaib and Apu. Defending 80 against a pretty good KRCC team is pretty hard, but I'm impressed by Thunderbolt bowling. To have a pretty good bowling attack. There were only 2 guys with double digits for KRCC, Sahib and Ziban Chowdhury, and everybody else failed to score or put up any kind of runs. So this has got to be a confidence booster for Thunderbolts, especially on the bowling side, knowing that they can defend 90 plus against a pretty good opponent. Wickets, I mean, there were 4 guys who bowled. 16 overs, they wrapped them up for 57 runs. Anand having an all-round performance, taking 4 wickets. Abhinav, Avinash, and Deepak taking 2 wickets each. They didn't use their 5th bowler, which is good to see, because when you have the pressure, when you are able to build that type of pressure, the last thing you want to do is give the opponent a chance to kind of go in and score some runs. So they kept it within the 4 bowlers who bowled really well, and they managed to wrap up KRCC to a measly 57. So this has got to be a complete confidence booster for Thunderbolt. Congrats to such a great win.
Okay. The next game of the night is Detroit Bulls versus MCC Miles. Okay. Though MCC Miles are not doing well, I'm still a fan of that team. Okay, no matter who's against they are playing, even if they are playing against GLCs, I would want MCC Miles to do good. So that's how I think about MCC Miles. Of course, they lost. Murali, your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, this is a comfortable win for Detroit Bulls, Jagan. When like MCC Miles, they won the toss and they choose to bowl first. And yeah, Detroit Bulls they have very good opening partnership from Tanmay. He scored 40 runs. That's a very good start for them, right? And Asanka scored 15. Gino scored 11. Gaurav scored 19. Harshal scored 14. It's like a teamwork, I would say here. Batting wise, they did a very good teamwork here with very good strike rates as well, decent strike rates, right? So coming to MCC Miles bowling, I see only Praneeth. He took 3 wickets. Apart from that, I don't see much good, like good bowling here. Yeah, and when it comes to MCC Miles batting, like I see only Rahul Chenna is fighting, right? He scored 29 runs out of 59 balls. He's looking for some partnership, I would say, because I don't see anyone stayed there with Rahul. And if they were able to do that, I mean, like they this game could have been gone close for sure. That's what I would say. So, and very good bowlings from like Detroit Bulls. Gino took 3 wickets and Vatsal took 3 wickets as well. And yeah, remaining all like they also did a very decent bowling here. I mean, like Nikhil Sunny, he bowled 4 overs, 13 runs, right? Jagadishwara, he bowled 4 overs, just 12 runs. Very decent spells from everyone from Detroit Bulls. Yeah, this is a very good one for Detroit Bulls. Congratulations. Yep.
Okay, the next game of the night is Stars versus Strikers. Okay, Stars finally shine.
Started. Yep.
Yeah,
Finally.
we were playing next to them.
Okay.
And they got a great start. Sai Gautam played really well. And Ravi Teja, they were able to build that partnership for this second wicket. Ravi Teja scoring 2 sixes. Sai Gautam scoring 2 sixes. And then Sainath comes in a veteran, right?
And he scored 50.
50, 46 balls with 2 sixes.
Oh,
right?
wow.
So that set the stage for a big total, of course. And Satchel coming in the end, scoring 18 runs off 15 balls. It got them to 148. That's a pretty big score to chase, regardless of who you are. And of course, on the bowling side, strikers tried everything. Ponte was, probably the most economical bowler on their side, given 10 runs for 1 wicket, and everybody else was slightly expensive. Strikers, I don't think they would have been able to chase 145. And they were wrapped up for 90 by all out. There were a couple of guys who scored runs, Parthe 27 and Ishan scoring 30, and then Dinesh scoring 10. But there was no other support. When you're chasing a big total, you have to rely on your 1 to 11 guys to score runs in order to get you somewhere. And of course, strikers were not able to do that. Congrats to Stars in the first win. On the bowling side, Satchel, Saran, and Sai Gautam taking 3 wickets, 3 wickets, and 2 wickets each. So this is the first win, Stars' first win of the season.
Yeah.
And it was good to see them win. I think they have a pretty good team. They have not been able to translate that into wins. So hopefully this will give them the momentum they needed.
Okay. The next game of the night is Pokeries versus FCC. Murali, your thoughts? FCC won.
Yeah, excellent win by FCC, I would say, right? So yeah,
Murali, you sound more happy.
I see Bhuvan scored here, so I see he scored. Yeah,
Okay.
he did well in this match. That's what I am seeing the score. Like he did well. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, like I predicted Pokeries, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Seren, from Pokeries batting, like Seren Raj, he scored like 31 runs, pretty good start for Pokeries. And then Vignesh scored 13 runs, Prasanna scored 18, Manoj Prabhakar scored 19. They really, I mean, like they got good partnerships as well in between, right? And yeah, the FCC bowling lineup, they are very decent as well. They just gave 10 extras, that's it. And Chandan took 2 wickets, Ranjit took 2 wickets, Nitin took 2 wickets each, right? All like they have pretty like they did well on the bowling as well. When it comes to FCC batting, right? Ashwath, they got a pretty decent start from Ashwath, 25 runs out of 40 balls, right? And Vinay, he scored 22 runs out of 46 balls. That's a pretty decent innings there. I mean, like first down and the opening pair, like they did very good on the batting side for FCC. And then Bhuvan, he played aggressive innings here. He scored like 22 runs out of 18 balls with, I mean, like 1 4 and 1 6er. I think he wants to take this match quickly away from Pokeries. And then again, Teju, he scored 14 runs out of 13 balls with 2 fours. Yeah. Coming to the Pokeries bowling, I see only Manoj Prabhakar, he took 2 wickets, and Arun Tinagaran, he took 2 wickets. That's it. Everyone, I mean, like FCC really had a very good batting. I see very good batting partnerships between FCC that turned the match to them. That's what I would say. Yeah.
Okay. Probably the last game of the night is Indus Thunders versus Fighters. Thunder scored 57 and Thunders lost this one. I just entered the field and there was some back and forth yelling going on. I didn't know what happened, but apparently Thunders lost is what I heard. Interesting.
Yeah, this was a close game, and I think I can't remember what my prediction was. I think I ended up going with Thunders on this one, but I figured it was going to be a close game. Looks like it was. Surprisingly, the Thunder's key batting guys failed to score runs in this game. Bangira, Chetan, Manoj playing well, not out actually, surprisingly. 18 runs of 47 balls. That's a very unusual inning from Manoj. Madhusudan scoring 14 runs. That was the only partnership, any kind of meaningful partnership, really, between Manoj and Madhu, getting them to 57. excuse me, great bowling by fighters. Anil, Mahesh Babu, Arjun taken 3 wickets. Yeah, so this, anytime you restrict a team to 50 plus, chasing is supposed to be easier. And of course, Indus has a pretty good bowling lineup, and they managed to put some pressure on the Celtics guys, with the exception of Suhesh scoring 3. Not a lot of people contributed, but the total wasn't big enough to put any kind of big pressure. Even though they tried, they almost pulled it off. But defending 50 plus runs is hard with this ball. Dinesh still not amongst wickets. That's important for them. Rohit taking 2 wickets and everybody contributing with 1, but this was a close game. Congrats to fighters for winning this one. Thunder's hard luck. This was a game you should have won. I personally felt.
Somehow, if you I don't know whether you paid attention to most of these games.
Uh-huh.
Whenever their key bowlers are not performing, see at least one. I'm not talking about all 5 there.
Yeah.
One key bowler, any team is playing well, they are winning. For example, GLCC.
Yeah.
Last week, Hemant could not buy a wicket.
Yeah.
So that's where we lost.
Well, I have gotten only 1 wicket this season.
So, okay, there you go. So, is it the fault of the ball or is it the fault of the bowler?
No, I mean, I think it depends. In Dinesh's case, I think the umpiring we might be thinking about a lot of other things than bowling.
I think
That's probably what it
batsmen, I think they're respecting the bowler. That's what I would say, right? They're looking in the,
So
try to
actually,
protect the bowler.
Murali, this ball is traveling well.
Yeah, that's true. But when we see Dinesh, when we see who is bowling, right? For sure, we'll make sure we should not leave the wickets or something like that. We play very attention, right? We give more attention when he bowls. That's what I'm telling. So yeah,
And
maybe.
next week we will do little analysis on what lengths to bowl with this ball, especially it is traveling a lot. Okay, see, I'll give you an example. And I was watching, so I was at GLCC, what is Titans, right? Titans, why they won, it's not because of their score, all that stuff. The captain was very intelligent and their bowlers were very intelligent. Okay. They quickly realized that offside is little open and short. The what is that? The fence is very short. So people like Akash, they're
They can go for the
bread and butter for them.
Choose, yeah.
Choose. So they attacked leg stick. So even though there was a couple of easy wides, but they kept on bowling that leg stick. And of
Yeah.
course, they were lucky to get Akash wicket because the ball pitched outside the leg stump.
Oh,
Umpire lifted his finger.
really?
Oh,
Yeah.
You?
Yeah. So everybody knows that. Even the opposition knows that. And the umpire's captain was right there. The umpire's captain was right there. So, but of course, umpire, we are not professional umpires, so these things do happen in our league. So no worries about that. But then the bowling very intelligent bowling. And not just one bowler. Every bowler's line was like that. And the only attacking bowler was Mr. DK, and he got the wickets. Okay, he
Yeah.
was exceptional. DK was exceptional. There's no doubt about that. So sometimes it is about how you think. What length you have to bowl is something you have to think. And I'm, Dinesh and GLCC captain. All these are very young captains among jackals. There are some captains who are jackals.
Yeah.
They look for. See, there are some captains who execute the rules perfectly. There are some captains, they look for loopholes. Okay. So, yeah. See, Gladiators last week, they stopped the game, 45 minutes?
1 hour.
1 hour. the basic simple rule says the moment the game is not started by 45 minutes, within 45 minutes,
Was it an hour or two?
45 minutes.
That was 2 hours. They didn't start the game.
They didn't start game till 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay, that is 1 hour. Which, see, the boundary is 45. Obviously, that game should be nullified. Okay, so there I call them jackals of bending the rules. Okay, how in the world they were able to convince the umpire? How in the world they were able to convince the opposition captain to play?
That's the main thing.
So you have that kind of jackals in our league. I'm not saying, when I use that word, I'm not saying in a bad way.
Yeah.
I'm saying in a good way, because you're coming there to win.
And
It doesn't matter. You're coming there to win. Okay. The same thing Stinger's captain applied. He went there to win. And he went back home.
Yeah,
it was a very close game.
he regretted that decision.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
So he went back home and he gave a thought and he executed it. So you have to be very smart
Yeah.
as a captain. Especially, this is a good message for young captains.
Mhm.
Okay, they have to know the rules and they have to be very smart.
Yeah.
Probably GLCC would have won had they sent Asher up in the order than waiting till that last
Yeah.
minute. Okay, I don't know. Sometimes these things happen, but anyways, let's quickly jump into predictions and close the show. Okay. The first game of the night is Pokeris versus KRCC. Pokeris back-to-back 3 games or 2 games? How many games they lost, Murali? Pokeris 3 games?
1 minute.
I think they've lost 3 games. Yeah.
3 games back-to-back, right?
I don't know if it's back to back, but they did lose 3 games.
I thought they lost back-to-back 3 games. Okay, anyways. Pokeris versus KRCC. Murali, who do you think? KRCC?
I think Pokeris is going to win.
Wow. So I'll make you pay bill next week.
Any insider information, Murali?
No, not on Division 1. No, I'm going to with my gut feeling. That's it. Yeah.
Okay, what do you say, Pradip?
Yeah, I'll go with KFC.
KRCC. Okay. Marvels versus Punjab Scorpions. Scorpions? Murali, what do you say?
Yeah, Scorpions for sure. Yep.
Pradip.
Yeah, I'll go with Scorpions.
Okay. The next game is Hawks versus Dynamites.
Oh, wow.
Murali.
I'll pick Dynamites.
I don't know. Somehow my heart says Hawks. What do you say, Pradip?
Yeah, I'll go with Hawks too. The Dynamites have a pretty good bowling lineup, but the batting is good.
No, it's like this. If Hawks bat first,
Yeah.
no matter what they score, they have a chance to win. That much I can say. Okay. Who do you pick?
Hawks.
Indus Thunders versus Knockers. This is going to be a very interesting game. Murali, what do you say?
Indus Thunders this time.
What you? Praveen Bangiara playing against Knockers is going to be an amazing thing, right?
Yeah, this has the potential to be a close game because Knockers have been winning a few games now lately.
Yeah.
I'll go with Thunders.
See, if Bangiara plays well and beats Knockers, that becomes a story for the league. Okay.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah. And did I ask you, Murali? You said Knockers, Indus Thunder. What did you say?
Indus Thunders.
Oh, both Indus Thunders. Okay.
Yeah.
Titans versus Legends.
This will be close.
Legends are really struggling with the kind of bowling they have. They should win every game. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're kind of struggling with the ball. See, the ball has something. The new ball has
Ball
something.
is easier to hit. I'm telling you.
Huh?
It takes. I mean, anything good length. If you have a batsman who has a long shot, it's gone. It's six. So a good length ball can hit this one. Sure.
So Murali, what do you say?
I will pick Detroit Titans.
Detroit Titans,
Titans against Legends, right?
Legends.
I'll go with Legends on this one.
Okay. Bharat Cricket Club versus Motor City. Interesting. Motor City should win this one. What do you say, Murali?
I'll pick Bharat Cricket Club.
Oh wow, awesome.
Any insider information?
It looks like so.
Yeah. They should win.
Murali has a lot of information.
Yeah.
So
I
what do you
give
say?
only to my captain.
Who's the game?
Motor City.
Motor City.
You go
versus-
see. This is how I should ask.
I'll
You should.
go- I'll
Are you
go-
going with Murali or are you going with?
Yeah, I'll go with Murali.
You-
No, actually, you picked the wrong guys. I'll go with Motor City.
Motor City. Okay. Okay. And the next one is Spartans versus FCC.
That's interesting.
Murali.
I'll go with Spartans.
Spartans. Okay. What do you say, Pradip?
Valkyries lost to FCC. That's got to be a big confidence booster.
What Pokiris? What are you talking?
Who
That
did
is Division 1.
Spartans versus FCC Agni.
Oh, this is Spartans and FCC.
Yeah. Yeah, Division 2.
Okay. Spartans has a good team. I'll go with Spartans.
You're going with Spartans?
Yeah.
Okay. Murali, also
Yeah,
Spartans.
Yep.
Okay, the next one is Master Blasters versus Gujarat Warriors. Warriors on the roll now.
Yeah, Warriors will win this one.
Yeah, Warriors.
Okay.
They have a pretty good team.
Okay, next one. Kadambas versus Canton Hurricanes. Okay, I'm not asking Pradip here. Murali, do you have any inside information?
No, I'll go with Kadambas. Yes.
You go with Kadambas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Murali, next time on, anytime we have a Katambas game,
Yep.
I'll buy you a beer so you pick Katambas because anybody you pick will win.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is Phantoms versus Detroit Eagles. I'm not asking Murali here. Pradip, what do you say?
I'll go with Phantoms.
Okay. The next one is Strikers versus United Raptors. You know, Strikers don't give chance to anybody. They gave already to GLC. So United Raptors all the way. Any denial in that?
So, Raptors.
Raptors. Yep.
Raptors. Okay. MCC Miles versus Stingers. Okay. Rules versus
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Rules versus Ramanujam. Rules versus MCC Miles. What do you say?
I'll go with MCC Miles on this one.
You're going with MCC Miles?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Awesome. Murali, what do you say?
I'll go with MCC Miles. Yep.
Oh, both are going with MCC Miles?
Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
good
Interesting. Fighters versus Stars.
Fighters.
Fighters for you?
Mhm.
Murali, also Fighters, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Every time there's a game with Fighters,
Yeah,
opposition team is gone.
yeah, really.
I picked all 5 times. Fighters. They are on 5. Yeah.
Okay, the next one, Troy Hawks versus Royal Challengers Detroit. Troy Hawks all the way. Any doubts? Any questions?
Yep.
Any objections?
Yeah, no, I'll go with Murali.
What did he say?
Troy Hawk, right?
Okay, the next one is Avengers versus MI Rangers. This is going to be very interesting game. Okay, so both are on right foot now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting. Murali,
Yeah, I'll pick MI Rangers.
but Murali, you did not say anything. You just stopped with yeah.
No, I'll pick MI
Bolton?
Rangers. Sorry, I think it got broke.
Murali,
Hello? Hello?
okay, you
I'll
tell.
go with Avengers.
You go with Avengers.
Yeah, Dexter,
I'll go with
will-
MI Rangers.
he can hear us.
Murali, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, Jagan. I will go with MI Rangers.
MI Rangers. What do you think?
Avengers.
Avengers. Okay. The next one is Farmington Risers versus Michigan Mavericks. This is going to be interesting too. let's hope for the best. I want to go with Risers. What do you guys say?
Farmington Risers and Little Mavericks.
Hmm.
I'll go with those two.
Okay, what do you say, Murali?
Farmington Risers.
Again, mute.
Yeah.
Something happened to Murali.
Hello? Farmington Risers, Jagan. Hello?
Something. Okay. So the last game of the night, Rebels Cricket Club versus Deccan Chargers.
I'll go with Rebels.
You go with Rebels?
Mhm.
Okay. Murali, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there, Jagan. I'll go with Deccan Chargers.
Still on. People can hear us.
Murali is here on the bridge. I can see him,
Yeah.
but I don't know. We can't hear you, Murali.
I'll
What
go
happened?
with Deccan Chargers.
Now I can hear you. What happened to you?
I'm not sure, but yeah, I'll go with Deccan Chargers. And previous game, I'll go with Farmington Risers. Yeah.
Okay, good. So with that, we have concluded all the games, and we'll conclude the show with the last words from Murali and Pradip. I'll start with Murali.
Yeah. First of all, like all the best to all the teams who
He
are
went silent again. So he's busy. Murali is talking, but somehow we cannot hear. Is it the problem with this one?
I don't know. Could be.
Hmm?
Could be.
Hello.
Murali, somehow I see you talking.
Yeah.
There used to be 3 lights here. I only see 2.
Hmm?
I don't know what happened with the 3rd light.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Can you
Yeah.
hear us, Murali?
I can hear you guys.
No. Murali is trying to talk.
Yeah.
I see that, but I can't hear him.
Can I clean?
Yeah. And okay, Murali, I'll come back to you. We'll conclude the show with after talking to Pradip.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks. It was a great show. This weekend is going to be really hot
Oh yeah.
and 95, 97 degrees, especially the afternoon games. Be careful. Stay hydrated. Limit your partying the previous night because it will be hot, and you wanna stay healthy and continue to stay healthy throughout the season. So it's going to be a hot weekend. Drink lots of fluids, water, Gatorade, whatever.
Somehow I could not hear Murali. If you can talk, that will be great. If not, we will conclude the show tonight.
Hello.
I'll count 3. Yeah, I can hear you. Talk.
Yeah. So all the best to all the teams, I would say, and please don't drink much on Friday because like on Saturday is going to be like very hot this weekend. So please, like I mean, afternoon games especially, please carry some Gatorades and ice and everything. Yeah. Stay safe.
Okay. With that, we are concluding tonight's show. Good night, everybody.
Night.
Be safe.
Good night, Murali.
Thank you, Murali. Thank you,
Thank you.
Pradip.
Bye.
And thank you all listeners.
Good night. You end it?